I can happily, and I mean happily say, bro, welcome back to the channel, bro. And welcome back to the series, bro. Finally, it's been like a month and like a half. No Spooky Scary Sunday video. I got a little short explanation, bro. Since I have not been getting requests, like how Corey be doing it. Like, he be getting requests and, scary stuff. They be updating them on all the new stuff that come out. Since I don't got that yet, I can't find videos that I find scary. And I'm not about to keep doing videos that I don't really find scary or something. Like, this morning, I probably was not going to do a SSS video if my brother didn't, literally tell me, bro, do the video, bro. He literally, and I was like, bro, I have nothing to watch. This what he sent me. He's like, hey, I'm gonna pick out something for you to watch, bro. Hey, we here, bro. We here. Hey, this is gonna be the first time I reacted to a Reddit video, with just straight words, no animation, no live action. This is gonna be the first time, bro. Without further ado, grab your popcorn. I know I don't have popcorn right now. Like I said in the last video, it is cold, bro. I've been in the hibernation state all damn near day to day when I got back home, bro. It's been cold, but hey, we here, bro. I hope this is good, bro. What's the most disturbing thing you personally seen, bro? I can't even cap. I seen some weird things. I'm not even gonna lie. We're gonna get into it at the end of the video, but hey, come on.
Users of
r/Reddit.
What's the most disturbing thing you have personally seen?
Come on.
I have water on the brain, so I was put, post-surgery, in the brain ward where...
Huh? I have water on the brain, so I was put post-surgery in the brain ward. Okay. Or he said I had water on my... I don't know.
Nurses checked on me every hour. Then for me, seeing a woman in her 70s unable to speak or even walk, and all she could do is lay there and moan in pain for days. Time is pure fucking evil. Please understand, no matter what, you're going to die and your parents are going to die.
Dang! Bro, we're starting the video like this. You're gonna die and your parents gonna die. Bro. Me seeing a woman in her late 70s unable to speak. I mean, hey, bro. Hey, that's just life, bro.
Please let people die. I know it's hard, but continuing long after you should have died is harder.
So are you just... Bro, I don't know. I don't get this sentence. Please let people die. So are you referring to people to just the doctors should just be like, bro, I know she's in pain and I know her family might cry, but hey, we did our best. It's up to God now. It's up to God. It don't work like that, bro. We have to try to keep them here because it's the only life they have. We only got one, bro. We only got one. I might as well live it to the fullest because you don't know, bro. You might just meet someone or something that it took you damn near 70 years, 70, 80 years to find. I don't know. You might find the love of your life. You might find the dog you might want, your favorite game, your favorite food. It's something. There's so much things to live for that I do not agree with the please let people die, bro.
Was with my friend and her boyfriend when we drove by a motorcycle accident and saw the guy's body completely deformed and blood splattered everywhere. That was a dead silent car ride after.
I can't even lie.
Oh boy, I miss EMS. First day on my own, helped deliver a dead baby. Next day, homicide victim with brain spilling out. Where the hell do you guys work? I don't even remember my first day. Took me weeks until I had my first dead on arrival or cardiac arrest. Pretty sure I'm a white cloud. Obligatory thank you for your service. Very underprivileged inner city, very high call volume. Only a few advanced life support ambulances, so basics do everything. I'm sure there were weeks where nothing too crazy happened, because a considerable amount of calls were drunk.
So am I confused too? Is it multiple stories put back to I understand I watched r/Reddit stories before. They usually pause and be like, oh yeah, this a new story, but this is going from story to story. Come on.
Homeless folks or people in severe poverty who couldn't afford the bus, so they'd call 911 instead. Ankle pain, pregnancy test, cast removal, etc.
So does that
This
mean
is truly my like go-to #1 beauty product at the moment. I wear this like
I saw a
okay.
young teenager beat a hog to death in a coming-of-age ritual in Papua New Guinea.
So when you see that, that means new story basically. All right. So this is just a quick. Oh, this is just quick. This is like probably dozens of just stories. Wow. I am not going to go to sleep tonight.
Witnessed a group of mourners cremate the body of an older, dead woman in a ceremony in Nepal. Both of these were fascinating but simultaneously a little disturbing.
So should I do a thing where I don't know? I'm probably not gonna do it now since it's a lot of stories, and we already got past like 4 stories in the last minute and a half. But I would actually want to rate these stories. Like I would want to rate them.
Due to our cultural differences.
I'm gonna give y'all a little in
Similar.
right now.
I went to Varanasi in India and watched as bodies were wrapped and blessed and placed on rafts, set alight and sent down the Ganges. It was spiritual and intriguing and beautiful all at once, but I still couldn't shake that small part of me that felt slightly disturbed by the practice. Travel and culture is a beautiful thing to encounter. I deliver surgical kit to hospital theaters, and I hate going to children's hospitals. I once saw a child that was around 6 or 7 going into surgery prep with a teddy bear in his arms.
Oh wow.
But the worst instance was a surgeon crying. Another doctor was consoling, saying, "You did everything." I sat and cried in my van after that.
Oh, so these are like this.
The cadaver-
These are really like this. These are really like this. Wow. Wow. This is all like
With
this
its
is gonna, like this is not scary. Spooky, yeah. I'm probably gonna be having some in the like later, but like I guess this is it, bro.
Slit on my front.
I might since this is only 23 minutes, I might just watch a short film. I might just watch a short
It
film.
was from a drug deal gone wrong. Paris isn't what it once was.
The camera with its throw, huh? My front porch. I don't understand that one.
I was at my best friend's mom's house for a pool party 2 summers ago.
Okay.
In the middle of casual conversations with his family, I hear some men yelling, "Get him out of there."
Okay.
They pulled a heavy-set man out, as he had sunk to the bottom of the pool and nobody noticed until some kids playing with a drone spotted him. They didn't really administer proper CPR, they were trying to get him to puke up the water by gagging him with their fingers, so he was there letting out gasps for air every 30 seconds or so until he just stopped. He was taken to the hospital, but my friend said he died. He and I spent the rest of that night just contemplating our mortalities, especially because my friend is also a big fella and he just got married, so he had always kept this thought of dying young and leaving behind a loved ones in a manner like this.
I'm not lying. You gotta be a huge. You know what? I'm not even about to.
I wish I could say this has influenced me to live
myself,
my
but,
life better, but it's taken baby steps for that. Like a baby who has some kind of disorder that prevents them from aging properly, but baby steps nonetheless. The first dead body I seen was of a kid who drowned in my high school swimming pool. It was PE, and the last class of the day, and since it was Friday we got to do free swimming. As we're about to jump in the pool, they pulled the kid out from the class before who tried to swim under the platforms where they separate the rows. He hit his head and got stuck under it. When they pulled him out, he was foaming out the mouth and not moving.
Oh, that's crazy. I'm not even lying. I would love to have a swim class, bro. I'm not even lying. Is that why swim is not elective no more? Because, like, or I just think we're just too broke to have a swim class, or they don't even want to have the possibility of stuff like this happening. Like, so, like, cause you see shows in like Gumball, they even have swimming pools, bro. Like, that's a whole different, like, what is schools like with swimming pools, bro? Is it a different feeling? Like, is it a different feeling knowing that you're learning, probably you're in math class and you know next period you about to be swimming? That's kind of cool. I'm not gonna lie. That's kind of cool.
Went up to Oregon to visit my aunt one summer. It was a really nice, sunny morning one day, so I went for a hike in the woods just outside of town. Also wanted to smoke a J and couldn't at my aunt's house. About 45 minutes in, a mile or so, I came across the hanging body of an older man. Eyes shut, but swollen. Hiked back until I got cell service, this was early 2000s, and called the cops. I still
no.
choose to walk a different path anytime I go
Bro,
hiking.
why would you even go hiking after this moment? You want to be put on. See, I'm not lying. People that want to go hiking in the nighttime and stuff like that, y'all want to get put on a t-shirt a little bit too bad. It's like, y'all just want something to happen to y'all. I'm not lying. If you go hiking at nighttime, you're one of those. I'm not going to lie. You're one of those. And people are not going to be surprised seeing you on the news the next day. Like,
Hiking up there.
it's crazy. At least have strap with you.
Work.
At least if you're getting took down, like, bro, because it's not just weird people. Because people just be like, oh, yeah, hiking is just hiking and nothing gonna go wrong. Because, okay, they don't think about the weird people. Now, it's not even about the weird people. You're going into animals' homes, just like how we took over and build houses and kick those animals out. And, you know, you had the bears and the lizards and all those deers. And, yeah, you know how they migrated to the woods? That's their home. So when you go into it, bro, I'm not going to care. When you go into the woods, especially at night, bro, you are prey, bro. Carry a gun with you, bro. At least you can protect yourself. A bear come jump on your back, boom, 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 boom. Or a weird person come jump on you, blue, like, literally empty the clip. I'm telling you, that's gonna save your life, bro.
Graveyard.
A pellet gun, at least pellet something. Like, come on, taser, something, taser, pocket knife, something. Actually, that's no.
Shift at a hotel. Cops came in doing a sting. Little girl walks in wearing a Dora the Explorer backpack, maybe 11 years old. They come out, ask her name, and take her away after confirming she was their meeting.
What?
Was this like to catch a predator thing, but instead of someone pretending to be a child they caught an actual child trying to meet up with someone? Not sure I get what's happening here.
Oh, that's crazy.
This was where the sheriff's department contacted an ad on Redbook/Craigslist as a John, rented the room at the hotel as the designated hookup spot. This was a prostitution sting. They saw the ad and knew it was a young person, so when the kid walked in they were waiting and approached her in the lobby and had patrol cars/vans outside watching who the person was that dropped them off. They were being trafficked, so watching it all go down was incredibly heart-wrenching, but also seeing law enforcement get her out of that situation was great.
Oh, I'm not gonna lie, my mind was taking a whole complete turn on why this little girl is at this motel at graveyard shift, like, but yeah, it's great, like, when stuff like this happen, that's great, bro. A whole sting operation just waiting to happen so they can catch them and possibly catch and save even more kids, bro. They sound crazy. Like, what turn in your life? Like, what is something had to happen so bad in your life that you can just say, I'm just gonna kidnap kids now. Like, for a living, I'm gonna kidnap and sell kids. Something terrible. You must have got dubbed and cheated on so bad. Because I do not know how that profession even flicks in your mind. One sec. Oh, we back. Next story. Oh, bro, I hate ads, bro. What is this ad even about, bro? like, what's up with the get the message across in the first 5 seconds, bro? Yeesh.
My mom gave birth to me when she was 45.
Damn.
So she was in her 60s when I was a teenager.
That's tough.
She came home late one night after an event. She didn't verbally respond to my greeting yelled from across the house, so I got up to go see her. She just made it in from the garage and was kinda hunched over. I asked if she was okay, but then she started coughing violently.
Okay.
In the process of coughing, she started pissing herself. I guess from the force of the coughing. In between coughs, she was wheezing out, "I'm peeing, I'm so sorry, oh my god," while trying to walk away from the door. Crying, coughing, peeing. It was more of an emotional mess than anything. She was clearly overwhelmed and hurting from the physical pain. I told her to stay put while I ran to grab a dirty towel.
Yeah, having a kid at 45 is kind of crazy. That really probably did mess you up, bro. I'm not even gonna cap. But I'm not even lying, bro. The most weird things you see, it's not even weird. It's just normal. Because the most disturbing things that happen normally be around the family, bro. Because if you see your mom going through this, bro, help her, bro. Like, it's not weird or disturbing, bro. She's going through something. Like he said, Just tell her sit down, bro. It's good, bro. Like, damn, we all done peed on ourselves before, bro. Like, she's 65, bro. It's like, come on. Like, she's just having trouble holding it in, or like something's going on. Cause I don't know how you go from coughing to peeing on yourself, but like, probably something with the body, bro. Come on.
She just kept sobbing and apologizing. I sopped up the piss at her feet and helped undress her bottom half while she was still there, to keep the piss mess contained, comforting her, telling her it's fine, and to go take a shower. The rest of the night went along quietly. After she showered, she came back and apologized some more and thanked me.
I understand the apology. I don't know about the like she keep apologizing, but like I understand like oh yeah, like after everything is settled and calm, she come and be like, oh yeah, I'm sorry for pissing on the floor. You have to clean it. Yeah, and then we moving. Never gonna speak about it again. Like, come on.
And then promptly fell asleep on the couch with the TV on. It was alarming, but mostly heartbreaking. She'd pass away from Alzheimer's 15 plus years later.
Oh.
The whole experience was disturbing not because of the mess, but because you're watching your parent go through this trauma of their own body totally failing them. Watching them fully aware of their own powerlessness in the moment. My mom wasn't like my hero or my friend or anything. In fact, we had a really rough relationship. I'd witnessed her losing control of her emotions my whole life up to this point.
True,
but the bodily aspect of this loss of control was a new level.
But no matter how badly I thought or think or have done or have whatever thoughts about my mom, she will always be my mom. Yes, we had some WWE matches as kids. I'm not lying. As kids, when I was a kid, bro, I'm not gonna cap. My mom really thought she put the difficulty level. She really thought it was WWE, bro. She was really. But bro, even after all of that, years later, bro, my mom is my mom, bro. I love her to death, bro. That's one. You get one mom, bro. You get one mom. You talking about someone that's been cooking for you daily, day after day, making food for you, making sure you good, just making sure you good, bro. How can you not hate that? Like, I said, how can you not hate that? How can you not love that? And that's what I'm saying. Adoption homes, or what's it called? Those old people homes, veterans or whatever, nursing homes. Yeah, that's dead. I'm not lying. That is dead. I don't even trust my mom by herself. I'm not gonna trust her around strangers, bro.
My mom was an aging person in that moment, not the domineering, angry, adult authority in my life. The moment made her human in my eyes, but in a truly sad way.
They're sad, bro.
When my team pitched the idea, I thought it was impossible.
But how much you getting paid for this video, bro? I'm just saying,
Head-on collision. I was first on scene to a head-on with a drugged-up duckhead who crossed a medium and hit a lady going to work.
I know y'all probably watched an ad during my video, bro. I'm not making the cent, bro. Oh, bro, that's tough. That's tough.
He was trapped under the steering wheel with his body in the floor pan area. I managed to rip the door off and pull the adjustable.
Wait, what he said? I was the first on the scene with a drugged up duckhead. Okay. Hit a lady going to work. Okay, he was trapped under the steering wheel with his body. Okay. Yeah, I managed to rip the door off. Damn, you Superman, bro? And pull the adjustment wheel up off his chest. Okay. He was yelling that
wheel up off his chest as he was yelling that he couldn't breathe. He seemed okay, so I ran to the other car and opened the door to a mangled leg falling out and a woman bleeding out to death, gasping and gurgling her last couple of breaths. I don't have a great memory, but I remember every detail. Another lady started compression from the passenger, which I knew was futile, and after a minute I went back to check on the guy and he started asking, is the other driver okay? I said I don't think so. He kept screaming out the same thing 2 or 3 times and I just kept repeating I don't.
Yeah, bro. You're done, bro. You're done. You're done. People like this, you're done. I'm not gonna lie. You're done. I'm not gonna lie. I'm a dawn on the road. I am a dawn on the road, but I know I'm not about to be taking hard drugs like weed, cocaine, liquor, and then go drive because, bro, my possibility of death just rose up like 5-6%. Like, bro, 5-6% is crazy. I mean, 70%. Oh, bro, what?
I don't think so. The emergency crew arrived and put the tarp up almost immediately. It's pretty obvious they can look at an accident and know pretty much before they have seen the person if the person is going to be gone or not.
I mean,
never ever
If you come and one of the cars are, then yeah, like those tow trucks, like bro, no, I said tow trucks, those semi trucks, like you already know if it's an accident revolving the semi truck, most likely not the semi truck driver is good. It is the regular car that's probably done, bro. That's why they say. That's why people be like, bro, speed up from this tow truck. That's why people don't like driving behind tow trucks. Why do I keep saying tow trucks? I do not know. Semi trucks, they say don't drive next to 18 rulers. Just speed past them, because if something happens, you're not gonna be on the surviving end of that, bro.
Forget that day. Appreciate you helping. Tried to. I often replay if or how I could have helped the lady more, but I know there was nothing that would have stopped her passing away. She likely broke her neck and there was a lot of blood from everywhere.
So is this him talking to them? Like I haven't watched one of Bro videos in a minute, so I'm pretty sure this is him. Appreciate you helping, and I think this is him. What do OP mean?
I often feel guilty that I didn't take over doing compressions and just stayed with that car. But I don't know it is what it is.
Bro. A leg falling out the car when you
Kid
open
punched
the door
another kid
is
while
crazy.
trying to steal his cab outside the bar I was a doorman at. Guy hit the pavement. I called the ambulance and stayed with him and
Kid punched another kid while trying to steal his cab. I understand. So he's saying kid, but I'm guessing he just means young adult. I guess young people.
until it arrived. He went to the hospital, was cleared to go home, complained of a headache the following day, and died of a brain bleed. I had to testify in a murder case also years after the incident and had to listen to my own 911 call for the first time ever when I was on the stand.
Oh, that's tough.
I used to work maintenance at an old folks' home. One day I come in and there's an ambulance outside. Turns out a resident, this really sweet old man with a Yorkie, had wounded himself in the middle of the night and was on blood thinners. My manager and I were told to go in and clean up what tissues were strewn about. No, this wasn't something we were qualified to do. You're supposed to call in a specialized team to take care of this stuff, but I was a dumb college kid and didn't know this till afterward.
Oh no.
There was so much blood.
Oh no.
The most fucked up this you could
Who is you telling me to go clean it? What? I would have quit that day. I'm talking about old home. I'm not working in no old home. My crazy thing is, I just met a girl in my history class. She said she works in the old home, and I was like, bro, how is this wiping them? Yeah. I'm not even lying. She completely skipped that question that was talking about how she was about to go to Jamaica. I'm like, oh yeah, you're one of those. I have nothing to provide you. Let me go back to my chair. Oh, bro.
follow up.
I haven't even been outside of Texas, and you've been places to Jamaica, Peru, New York. Might as well. I damn near haven't even left Fort Worth. Oh, bro.
Path around the apartment and see how he tried to patch himself up. That poor old man, his poor family. I replace carpets in aged care facilities.
So yeah,
Some of the stuff I've had to pull up
I'm pretty sure this is him, and then this is
from the floor is, well, pretty gross. I remember taking up carpet in a room where the old bloke fell out of bed, hit his head on the side table, and bled out and died overnight. The alarm didn't sound.
Old bloke. That's what we call it. Old people now, bloke.
So the nurses didn't find him until morning. The puddle of blood was 2 meters square and had soaked through the barrier back carpet and to the concrete subfloor. The weird copper smell of the blood was still strong 3 days after he had been taken to the morgue. An accident where a car's roof was ripped clean along with the heads of 5 of its passengers. Brains everywhere and 5 intact bodies sighting peacefully decapitated in a now roof.
Bro. Just like the Tommy G video, bro. Just like that girl, bro. You can see it in her face, that just her, like, the happiness of life. Because how can you go from work seeing dead bodies all day to back to your house and just be happy and joyous, bro? You can't. Like, how can you go from seeing probably like the victim's family all crying at the side of the road, all like, yeah, how can you go from that to go back to your family and then have a smile on your face laughing and like, yeah? You can't. Like, dude, like, brains everywhere, 5 heads ripped off. Like, bro, I would have quit that day, bro. Like, I'm not even lying. Like, bro, I do not want to see stuff like this. I will never want to see stuff like this, bro.
roofless car.
ever. Come on.
The truck
like,
that caused the accident was coming from the other direction. The driver lost consciousness and destroyed the highway separation wall before landing on the other car and killing 5 people and himself in the process. Total number of victims, 6 dead and 2 miraculously survived, 1 from each car.
Like, just imagine what that person in that truck that survived was just going through. Like, not even that. Imagine what the people in the car with 5 people that. It's just like imagine just being the passenger and you just chilling, and all of a sudden, your idiot dad or whatever, something like friend, co-worker, whatever, just falls asleep on the wheel, end up killing himself, and then 5 other people probably will scar me for life. It's like, bro, I could have been like that, bro, because of your idiocy. That total could have been 8. That total could have been 8, bro. Like, and what's this for? Like, bro, you probably just killed a mother, a father, a best friend, a student, a future scholar, just because you want to fall asleep on the wheel, like, bro.
My dad witnessed an accident like this some years back. A big truck jackknifed, rolled and flipped. My dad watched it shear the top half off a car in his rearview mirror. My dad was largely unflappable, but for months after that,
what?
Sometime.
Okay, first of all, I didn't get a big truck jackknife. First of all, that threw me for a loop. My dad was largely unflappable. What does that even mean? What? What is unflappable, bro? I'm not even about to search that up. I know a definition is not about to come up for this, bro.
My dad was largely unflappable, but for months after that, you'd sometime catch him just sitting there staring off into nothing, and then shake his head and take a few deep, slow breaths before going back to whatever he was doing.
He was traumatized, bro.
Used to work at a municipal animal shelter.
I
we had a puppy come in.
I ain't ever hear that in the sentence. Unflappable. You could have just been like, dude was just gone. Like he was in such disbelief. Like, I don't know what other word, because it's not coming to my mind, because like I said, it is freaking cold, bro. It is so cold.
And that had been struck by a car. He was fine except for a non-functional front limb that would need amputation the next day.
Oh no.
The surgery was scheduled, but apparently it wasn't fast enough. I came in the morning after it had been brought in to find that the puppy had gotten the e-collar off overnight and was eating its own leg. Apparently all the feeling was gone in the limb and it looked like a tasty treat. Needless to say, the surgery got moved up and the puppy got a more heavy-duty e-collar to ensure it didn't harm itself further. Do you know how things ended up? I hope he healed well and found a home. He ended up in a great home.
He ended up in a great home. Okay. Just to see a dog trailer next is crazy.
And this is Buddy.
Seeing a dog trailer next is crazy.
As a first responder.
I'm not blind. As a first responder, yeah, no. First responder, like, just take a second and just vision what these people have to see. Not even car accidents. Just think, because police people have to do it. Like, even though they be on a trip too, police people have to deal with so much BS. Imagine what the first responders have to see. Imagine what the ambulance people be seeing. You talking about people that see blood so much that it's like they see blood and dead bodies so much that it's just a everyday thing to them now. Like, I'm gonna chill because this video is getting long. I'm not even gonna
retired. I've seen a lot of shit. It's hard to pick the most disturbing thing I've seen and had to treat, or at least try to. I'll give you 2. These were both several years ago in 2 different locations. I was an EMT at the time. They are both disturbing for very different reasons. 1, arrived on scene to a gunshot wound to the torso. There wasn't much detail. We arrived just as the cops did. A screaming adolescent, 10-year-old, comes running outside. He's in there, he's in there. The cop responds, who and where? Is there anyone else here?
I thought the 10-year-old got shot.
I accidentally shot him.
What?
He's in the bathroom. I didn't mean to. Help my brother, please. Cop has to clear the scene. We're ready to go in as soon as possible. Cop comes out and throws up. It's safe, straight down the hall.
What?
We go in. In the white tub/shower combo is what's left of the kid's older brother.
What's left?
He had taken a near point blank range shotgun blast to the face, neck, and chest. I have never seen anything like it.
Yeah, you done, kid.
No horror movie would be able to
How
create
you do this
scene.
in accident?
He had fallen back into the tub after he was shot. What remained of his jaw was hanging by skin remnants. The side of his neck was gone, his shoulder was out of joint, and his chest was in tatters. He was wearing a white t-shirt, what was left of it anyway. Blood, bone fragments, teeth and tissue were covering everything. It was similar to the shower scene in Scarface, but worse. It was literally raining chunks from the ceiling. The kid had been running around with a shotgun pretending to be in a war. The older, 16, brother had jumped out to scare him, and the kid pulled the trigger. 2. Arrived on scene, found patient, female, 15, locked in her room in distress. The patient has been locked in her room several hours and is no longer responding to mom. Cops are also on scene. They threaten to break down the door. The patient finally responds. She's crying hysterically. She stops responding to the cop, but we can hear her crying through the door.
Bro, break down
I
the
explained to
door.
her who I am, who my partner is, why we're there, and if she'll let me help her. She agreed to let me in her room, but she wouldn't come out. So I agreed. I normally would never go into a situation like this alone, but I actually kind of knew this kid. She lets me in and I ask her what's going on. Was she sick, or hurt, but she needed to tell me. No judgment, please be honest so I can provide the best level of care I can. She agrees, but doesn't know how to show me what's going on.
What's going on?
I said you can explain what happened while she's doing her best to show me. She's wearing a long robe, which she is starting to open the bottom of. I look, and she has a straightened wire hanger protruding from her bottom parts. She tried to do an abortion. She couldn't tell her mom and I was the only female on scene to help her. I asked her what.
These are real? These are real? These real stories? Or this is AI generated, bro? These AI generated. I'm not lying. These
It
AI.
happened. Short
These
version,
AI.
she couldn't get a ride to the nearest big city to terminate the pregnancy. She had heard a coat hanger was the way to do it yourself. I had to have my partner bring in the gurney so we could get her to the hospital. She had perforated her uterus and would have probably died from sepsis if not for medical intervention. The first scene was the most gruesome thing I have ever seen. The second one made me actually feel nauseated beyond belief. It gave me nightmares for months. Sorry this was so long.
AI.
Hello,
AI.
Mark Barden here from Sandy Hook Promise.
What is these
On December
ads?
14th, 2012, my 7-year-old son Daniel was shot to death in his first grade classroom in Sandy Hook Elementary School. The shooter carried a semi-automatic rifle and killed 26 people in about 4 minutes. Highly lethal weapons can take more lives in a shorter amount of time. Each round can inflict more harm on the human body than a typical.
What is he trying to do? Ban gun laws? What you need to look, what you need to do, sir, to really get justice for your kid, bro, a literal kid, is petition for the death penalty, bro. These people do not get, bro. These people go to jail for years for not, like, bro. These school shooters just get years in jail or life in prison. We need to petition for the death penalty, bro. Like I'm not here to sign a petition. So, oh yeah, stop gun laws. That's not going to help nothing, bro. Death penalty. When people know it's a consequence for your action, they will stop doing stuff. Like robberies. Like gun laws, like break-ins, like all type of stuff. Like, bro, people will stop, bro. If they know, oh yeah, if I kill someone, I'm going to die myself. Don't you think that would literally help shape this nation we're trying to create, where literally kids are getting snatched up every other day?
I saw once
yeah,
what
like I
looked
said,
like
that
a
last
racially
story, that
motivated
gotta
attack
be
on a
AI,
black
bro.
kid about 12 years old by some Hispanic kids from the block. The scene was horrific.
Wait, what?
On a black kid about. I saw once what looked like a racially motivated attack on a black kid about 12 years old by some Hispanic kids from the block.
Oh,
The scene
crazy.
was horrific. Something out of a movie. Kid was about to get killed, so I intervened with my brothers. We were about 15, 13, and 11 years old. Once we got involved, we realized things were completely different from what we had thought. The Hispanic kids carry out this toddler who was about 4 years old. Kid was so severely bruised his legs looked blackish red and purple, also his back was completely slashed up. Apparently this black kid was let in by his friend's mom to wait for his friend to arrive from school in her home. He got a hold of this child and severely abused him within 30 minutes. The Hispanic kids were carrying out street justice, and had this black kid looking like he had got hit by a car. His head and face was so swollen from getting hit. Me and my brothers watched as they tortured this kid for what he did to that toddler. It was so bad that I never saw him again, and he lived down the street. We felt bad at first, but after what we saw we realized that kid was an animal. So what did the police do about this? Was the toddler okay in the end?
Yeah, I was so...
No police. Toddler eventually got better. I ended up befriending one of the kids who spearheaded this revenge assault. I thought he was a piece of shit at first. After conversing about the situation with him, I realized he was a good dude.
Yeah, I was so confused by that story. I'm not even gonna cap. So, Hispanic kids was, I guess, jumping the black kid. Some other kids saw this and was like, oh, bro, we about to go handle that. Came up and realized, oh, yeah, the black kid was... Well, y'all heard the story. I'm not about to repeat it.
I was first on the scene.
I'm not even lying. That last story still has my head just... Like, bro, I'm not even lying. Watch the Spooky Scary Sunday video I made called Don't Watch This If You Dare or something like that. I don't know. That was another Spooky Scary Sunday. That I will say, those was the two that really got me not wanting to continue the video, bro. Because it was the same thing. When you talk about kids, just bad things happening to kids, that just make my head that's just like, bro, that just really just messes me up, bro. And I really feel like not continuing this video. Like, I'm not gonna lie, I gotta watch SML after this, bro.
Scene of a horrible car accident.
I'm reacting to SML.
A mom was in the front
this,
seat
bro.
of her Honda Civic with her neck snapped. In the back seat was a little girl.
What? I was the first.
Her head was tilted forward and thick blood was gushing from her nose. Her breathing was shallow and rapid. She soon passed away.
That's tough.
There was nothing I could do whatsoever. It broke me for months. Now I have my own 11-year-old girl who happens to be the same age as the one who died in front of me 15 years ago. I've thought a lot about that day this year.
What? I know. Wait, I don't you know what? I'm not even gonna try to understand this. Let it go. I really don't even understand.
In 1993, I was 13 and staying with my mom's 50-something-year-old friend and his two older kids while she was in the hospital. He was a recovering alcoholic who recently relapsed.
I was just about to be like,
one night he got drunk and his 18-year-old son was pissed at him. So he decided to film him being drunk so he could show him the next morning in the hopes of embarrassing him back to sobriety. The next morning my mom calls the house wanting to talk to him. I go into his room and found him dead. It was surreal. His body was positioned in a weird way and his mouth was open. The first second I saw him my mind instantly said, he's dead, but that scared the shit out of me, so I had to check. He was super clammy and cold to the touch. His eyes were rolled back, and his arm was weirdly positioned behind his back. I put my ear to his chest and it was silent. I got an image of a shut down factory in my head. Now that I knew he was dead, I felt extreme sadness, because I now had to tell his kids. The son that recorded him the night before didn't believe me and got irritated, thinking I was playing a prank. He went to check himself and started bawling. I felt so bad. I had to go tell his older sister too, who did the same thing. The son ended up blanking out the tape he recorded by pointing the camera to the wall and hitting record. He didn't want that to be the last footage of his father.
Bro. Yeah, nah.
If a man really hated ads, here's what he would do. Day one, he would install Pi on his computer without spending a dime because it's 100%.
Yeah, no, I'm not adding nothing to my computer so I can get hacked. I just watched a video on extensions of Honey just taking hella YouTubers' money, bro, and hackers and all type of stuff, bro. I'm not doing this. No. First it was Honey, now it's Pi. First it was Honey, now it's Pi.
My 4-year-old plugged into all sorts of machines and tubes to keep him alive after having emergency brain surgery. He'd had a severe aneurysm and it was touch and go. After the surgery I had a child that couldn't do anything. Couldn't speak, couldn't sit, couldn't walk, couldn't eat. Turns out the aneurysm was caused by a brain tumor the size of a large chicken egg. So he'd barely avoided a quick death only to have a slow one afterwards. This was 3 years ago. He's still alive and made a partial comeback. The tumor has shrunken a little bit and he still has a long road to go.
Yes.
A woman
yes, sir.
openly overdosing
yes,
on
sir.
the street as I was walking.
Yes, sir. Damn near end it right here. I'm not even gonna cap. This is what damn near end it right here. I'm not gonna lie. End it right here, bro. Like, this is a good no. This is a good. That's a good end it. I'm really wondering, should I end it right here? I'm not even gonna cap.
Walking home from the store with my friends one day. Her friend was holding her, begging her to come back to life. Screaming at the top of his lungs for someone to help. We were incredibly lucky there.
A woman openly
Walking home from the store with my friends one day. Her friend was holding her, begging her to come back to life. Screaming at the top of his lungs for someone to help. We were incredibly lucky there was a fire station right next to our grocery store. There's something really scary in the look of a person's eyes when they're starting to die like that. I really hope that I never have to encounter that again. Anyone reading this is the time to call 911, and then to initiate CPR. Back in high school, I spent Friday night at a friend's house.
Why is that not something school teaches? Like, why is there not like a health class where it teaches you how to do CPR or resuscitation, mouth to mouth? Actually, it is a class like that, but it's in nursing. So you can only do any of those things if you're trying to pursue nursing. So the normal American person does not know how to do CPR, do not know how to do resuscitate. So someone can be choking from something, drowning, and guess what? We do not know what to do. Just press on their chest. That's as best as we know. I know how to do it because I don't even know how I could even explain that. I really don't know. I think it was the game Episode or Choices, or it was a story type game where they had you literally doing a CPR and choosing the right choices. Oh yeah, press on his chest, hold on his chest for 3 seconds, like all type of stuff. And I got that completely wrong because, like I said, the American person does not know no CPR, bro. And they loud out there, bro. Like, come on.
Got bored and went for a walk before sleep. After walking a few blocks, we saw some flashing lights. When we turned
Do y'all really do this? Y'all really do this? Y'all bored, so y'all just go on walks before y'all sleep? Before sleep is crazy. That means you went outside at night. As a high schooler and your parents let you do this. I'm not even lying. When I was in high school, I couldn't even come back inside after like 10. And I used to really be pushing those like crazy. I used to come back like 11, 11:30, sometimes 12. I used to be pushing those mandates.
the corner in the street, we came upon a scene of multiple police cars, fire trucks and an ambulance. Emergency personnel were busily going about their duties, rushing to and fro. There had been a bad car accident. 2 cars smashed into each other head on. While my friend and we were standing there, I noticed a girl I had gone to a dance with sitting alone by herself in the front yard of her home. She looked very traumatized, so I went over to say hi, a little too cheerfully I think under the circumstances, and immediately felt kinda stupid. But she barely even noticed me and did not say a word. Witnessing a wreck right in front of your house is pretty traumatizing, I thought, so I backed away quietly and let her be. The look on her face was ghostly. She had that 1,000-yard stare people talk about when they describe Vietnam vets who have seen some shit. It was not until days later I learned, she did actually not live at that house. She had been drunk driving when she hit another car.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. I'm like, you're not involved in the accident. Even though, yeah, you could be shocked and stuff. Why are you having a 1,000-yard stare if you were just witnessing an accident that happened outside your house? You probably didn't even see it. You probably just went outside after it. But yeah, it was her. It's tough. I'm not even gonna cap. I was about to say something else. What was I about to say? Probably that's what I was about to say. I don't know.
Killing a father of 4.
Oh wow, yeah, that's tough.
I've seen people die. I've seen old
But
people.
yeah, I was about to say, if you would have just stayed home and watched YouTube, you would have never known about none of that, bro. Like, out here walking outside at night, that's a new one.
Die. I've seen young people die. I've seen kids die. I've seen babies die.
Who are you? What profession are you in that you just see people die? Like, I have never seen, bro, I've seen some skeletons, But I cannot remember a memory. I do not have a memory of actually ever seeing a dead person, bro. Quite literally, bro. I have never, probably some paramedics or something like that, but I have never. I mean, of course, social media just blasts these images on you. So yes, I have seen plenty of on the internet, mostly Instagram, bro. Instagram literally just pushes this. They want you to see it, bro. But in person, no, I don't think I ever have.
I've seen deaths because of. I've seen deaths because of gunshots by police. I've seen deaths because of drowning. And I've seen deaths because of many medical conditions. The most permanent in my mind is this 4-year-old boy that drowned. He came into the hospital and the trauma nurses and physicians were working on this kid for 45 minutes. Once the doctor made the call, the scream from the mom.
Oh, wow.
That's what I can still hear. This was one of the saddest and most penetrating deaths in my psyche. I don't think I'll ever forget that one. There are many others that I can still remember, but this one was the most impactful. I guess I wouldn't call it disturbing, but it's definitely impactful in a negative way to me. The other impactful deaths that I've seen are just people that die that are around my age. People.
That's something I quite literally see every day. Because you gotta realize, bro, I'm 19, bro. This term YN is around people my age. So, and just seeing, like, because I be seeing all these people get gunned down, bro. All these just black, it's really just black people. Like, it's really just black people. If I'm being real, all these drive-by shootings, all these, black dude walk out a corner store, or not even, bro, like all of these videos I see on Instagram is really just black people, bro. And that's tough. That is actually really tough. I'm not gonna cap. The only time I really see a white person shooting is when they really shooting at the cops. I'm not even lying. I can't even cap to you. Black people have just made it custom to, like, yeah, let's just shoot at each other. Let's not even shoot at the cops. Let's just shoot at each other. Stuff. But like I said, that term has really been good. Like, it's really been a real happy thing around my generation for some reason. Like, people just like being a YN. Crazy thing is, I do not consider myself that because, bro, I am so late on everything. Like, you know, when bro, I remember my girlfriend at the time. I'm pretty sure this was like, ninth or 10th grade. And I remember she told me I was gaslighting her because I made a joke. This was the first time I ever heard of that stupid shit. And the other things is, bro, I'm not gonna lie, I be having sometimes people be texting me with the, the short abbreviations, like the WYD, like, what are you doing? The LOL stuff. And sometimes I really do not know what they be talking about, bro. These people, bro, it's like English has become a third language, and like this new broken English is what we here for. Can I even call it broken English? I mean, hey. Or shorten English. Let's just say that.
So young, and yet, I'm still here. It changes your perspective of life and how precious it is.
Yeah.
It changes your perspective on time and how much of it you have left.
Quite literally, because I know, bro, if I was in that lifestyle, which I had the chance to, I quite literally had the chance to be a part of that life. Doing the drugs, doing the staying out late. I was literally going to that path, literally smoking in my car, having hot boxes, doing all of that, coming back late, dropping people off at parties and all that. I'm not lying. Something even that I respect that I wasn't even doing back then was I would never went to a party. I'm not lying. That was dead. I'm not gonna cap. Me being at a party 2, 3, 4 in the morning. Oh yeah, that's crazy. You will never catch me at a party. You will never catch me at a party. What? Party club? Like, none of that. First of all, I was too young to go into a club, and I already knew what happens at these parties. Bro, it become a joke of people being like, oh yeah, what is you gonna see at the party? Oh yeah, let's bring bulletproof vests, because you already know the party gonna get shot up. It's crazy. And I have rambled on for long enough. Let's end this video, man. What is this, bro? Bro, I'm not even lying. Don't get this. This is just another random thing. 3-in-1 lip scrub. Now they're doing 3-in-1 lipstick, bro. Ain't that crazy? 3-in-1 lipstick. That's crazy.
When I was like 4 years old, I was in a terrorist attack.
Bro, that shit just caught me way off guard, bro. That just caught me way off guard. I'm sorry.
I was at the mall with my mom and suddenly the power went out.
Oh no.
We then heard an explosion from outside, followed by one of them yelling, "If you're a Muslim, we'll let you go." My mom was talking to her Muslim coworker at that time and begged him to pretend that they were married so we could all escape safely. He completely ignored her and ran out of the building.
Oh yeah, you are a hoe. I'm not lying. That guy is a hoe. He completely ran out the building. Like, that's tough.
My mom carried me and ran out of the building.
Like, I would have been like, bro, what do you mean if you Muslim? Boy, I would have been already running out that building. What you mean?
Dodging bullets and falling tiles from explosions. I was bawling my eyes out at this point and was even having difficulty breathing due to the dust. We made it out to the parking lot and my mom put me down for a split second but was still holding on to my arms. That's when I got shot 2 times in the leg. We hid behind.
So yeah, your mom just owed you. I'm not lying. Your mom just owed you, bro. Your mom just owed you. Why couldn't you just carry, like, I'm 4 years old, bro. Run to me to the car. Why is you trying to put me down and run with me? Ain't that gonna make it slower? I'm 4 years old. I'm not gonna keep up with your long legs, bro. Like, you're trying to put me down so we can run like this. Like, bro, like, carry me and run. Like, what?
A car and 2 bullets hit my leg again since it was an open space.
Dang!
I was in unbearable pain and was basically screaming. My mom tried calming me down and tied her scarf around my leg to stop the bleeding. Tried calming me down, bro. I just got shot 4 times, mom. I'm 4 years old. What do you mean calm down? Like, what are you talking about? I looked at the car next to us and saw this man who was hiding behind it. He peeked his head out to see if he could make a run for it, but he sadly got shot in the eye.
Oh, yeah,
the sight and the fact that I was losing a lot of blood made me pass out. I woke up in the hospital with stitches on my leg. Luckily no bullets hit my bone and I stayed in the hospital for a few weeks. Now that I'm 14, I'm happy to be alive, but I can't.
Boy, come on. What is the most disturbing things you have personally seen? That's crazy. These humans have really been seeing. It's not even that. Imagine what these people that is kidnapped see, bro. These little kids that are kidnapped and sexually trafficked across the world, bro. Imagine what they be seeing, bro. Chains, abuse, torture, like, ugh. That's tough, bro.
Walk all that good and my hearing is kinda shitty. The image still haunts me to this day and sometimes I feel like I can feel his presence at that mall.
Yeah, you are.
Even though the mall now has
in a Call of Duty map, bro.
And it's completely rebuilt.
You was in
I
a
still
Call
get
of Duty.
super nervous going there and to malls in general.
You was in a Call of Duty mode, bro. You was in the Call of Duty story mode. A whole Muslim attire, bro. I have never, like, bro, that's the crazy thing is, bro, like, I have never been in, like, in all of these situations that y'all just saying, like, I have never been in any of them. Like, yes, I've seen some car accidents in real life. Yeah, I literally seen a whole car on fire. I swear, bro. But most of these, bro, like these hiking and seeing people overdose in real life, like, actually, that's cap. The most disturbing thing I've seen is my mom actually having seizures, bro, and that was a kid. She's chill. It really calmed down, but I'm not lying. Seeing my mom foam out the mouth and go limp and literally unresponsive was the most terrifying thing I've ever seen. And the thing is, these was common for her, so it will happen of random. It's crazy. It will not happen of random. It will happen when she goes to sleep. So it's not like, oh yeah, she just ran, like she's just up and all type of stuff. But like, it's like when she lays down probably on the couch in the living room couch or something, like she will have seizures and like. That's like, as a kid, bro, seeing your mom just repeatedly do that, bro, that really has something against you, that changed your mental, bro. Oh yeah, I ain't see this, bro. Yeah, my yeah, my brother, bro. His hair is so thick. Bro, I don't know why I didn't give him the thick one, bro. I gave him this soft one meant for me, bro. Like, that's tough. That's really tough.
Based of the dates I'll take this was Westgate, Nairobi. I'm so sorry. That's way too much to experience for such a young age.
Oh, because I was like, this can't be America. I'm like, this can't be America. Bro. Talking about Nairobi. Bro, this can't be America. Y'all having
Trigger
terrorist
warning,
attacks and all type
animal
of stuff?
abuse,
Yeah,
but a
that's
happy
crazy.
ending. 15 years ago, I worked for a no-kill animal shelter. One evening, a guy came in to surrender a
no-kill?
2-year-old medium-sized dog. As I was speaking to the guy, I noticed something was off with the dog. I've been in the profession for 4 years and seen a lot, but this pup literally looked like she was crying. Her eyes were so full of despair. There was also a horrible smell coming from the dog. I noticed a red mark at the dog's shoulders going down to her neck and asked the man to lift up the dog so I could get a better look. When he did, there was a gaping wound on her chest, going from shoulder to shoulder. Imagine a paper cut but times a million, like her skin had been sliced. There were maggots in her wound and I realized the red mark from her shoulder was a harness. This asshat had gotten the dog as a puppy, put her in a harness, chained her up outside to be a guard dog, and never took the harness off. She was now close to 50 pounds and had grown into a harness made for a 10 pounds dog. We weren't sure if the dog would make it, but after hours of surgery she shocked us all and survived. Anyway, our staff named her Girly because she had gorgeous long lashes. She was an absolute love and staff favorite.
That's crazy. That's what I call my little sisters on, bro. I'll be like, what's up, Girly?
Of her ability to trust humans after what she had been through. The man who surrendered her was charged with animal cruelty, and Girly was adopted by a fantastic couple. The husband was a delivery driver and brought Girly with him during his work day. He said both of them needed the company, and Girly was just so happy to be included.
That was a lot, bro. I'm not lying, that was a lot. Like, it is 9 o'clock right now. I started. I don't even know when I started. How long is this video, bro? Bro, how long is this video, bro? 56 minutes. All right, I'm about to end it, bro. I'm about to end it. I'm not even gonna cap. Pretty okay video. I'm not even lying. Pretty okay video, bro. Pretty okay video. Not scary or spooky or nothing, but it do give you a little chills. I'm not even lying. Hearing all these just bad things happening to people, it really do make your skin like, oh damn, like, yeah. But without further ado, bro, this is the spooky scary, bro. Hey, if y'all want to see another one, hey, y'all have a whole week to come up with or show me or send me anything. Come on. Y'all get it rolling, bro. Let's get this chain rolling. This is Spooky Scary Sunday 13th. I am back. See you next Sunday. Peace.
Bye. Have a beautiful time.